Today we're going to review fractions. So first, let's just go over some fraction basics. When you see a fraction, you have a top number over a bottom number, and the top number is referred to as your numerator. The bottom number is called your denominator. When you have a fraction where the numerator is larger than your denominator, that's an improper fraction. If this is your final answer, you should change it to a mixed number. So 7 parts go into 9 once with 2 parts left over. So 1 2/7 is the mixed number that is equivalent to the improper fraction of 9/7. But this is how you would want to write your final answer. This is your mixed number. So let's try a couple of problems. First, let's try adding and subtracting fractions. When you're adding or subtracting fractions, you need to have a common denominator. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write these vertically. 3 3/8 plus 2 3/4. So currently I have a denominator of 8 and a denominator of 4. A common denominator that I can use for both of these is 8, which means this fraction won't change at all, but this fraction is going to change to a denominator of 8. Since I'm doubling my denominator, I also want to double the numerator, so I'm going to have 6. Now if I add these together, 3/8 and 6/8 is 9/8. 3 and 2 is 5. This is almost my final answer, but I see I have an improper fraction here. 8 goes into 9 one full time, so that means my 5 is going to go up to 6, and I'll have 1 piece left over. So 6 and 1/8 is my final answer. Let's try this subtraction problem. We have 5 and 1/5 minus 3 and 4/15. So a common denominator that will work for both 5 and 15 is 15. So this fraction is going to stay exactly the same. This one, the denominator is tripling, so I'm going to triple my numerator. Now I can't do 3/15 minus 4/15. I'm going to have to borrow. So I'm borrowing from the 5. Since I'm borrowing one whole, and a whole is made up of 15 pieces, I'm going to have to add 15 plus the 3 pieces I already have, and this will become 18/15. Now this I can subtract. 18 minus 4 leaves me with 14/15, and 4 minus 3 gives me 1. So my answer is 1 and 14/15. The last thing we're going to look at is multiplying and dividing fractions. When we're multiplying or dividing fractions and we see mixed numbers, we have to first change them to improper fractions. So I do that by taking my denominator 5, multiplying by my whole number 2, and adding the numerator. So this would be 13/5. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 3 is 15. Now when I'm multiplying, I can also do some cross-reducing before I multiply. So in this case, 5 and 15, a denominator and a numerator pair, can both be divided by 5. So I'm going to do that and reduce them. This trick only works when you're multiplying. Now I can multiply across. 13 times 3 is 39. 1 times 4 is 4. I can't leave my final answer as an improper fraction, but 4 goes into 39 9 times with 3 leftovers. So I can change it to the mixed number 9 3/4. Here's our last problem. Once again, we're going to take these, this mixed number and this whole number and change them into improper fractions. So 8 times 7 is 56, plus 7 is 63, and 9 is just going to become 9/1. Now when I'm dividing fractions, I'm going to keep this first fraction the same, flip my second fraction, and multiply. Once I have this in the multiplication form, I can see if there's any cross-reducing. Both of these can be divided by 9. 7 times 1 is 7. 8 times 1 is 8. So my answer is 7/8.